there. This is a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. This is messages from your father's higher power. He can be living or past for you to receive this message. I'm going to say trigger warning, but I feel like this reading is a lot lighter than the mother reading. So if you haven't watched the mother one, maybe just stick to this one. No, it's all good. So we've got, inspiration for this topic from Lexi the Leo and ESO Tarot. They do a lot of messages from your person's higher power, whoever they're talking about, and I love that. And I just feel like the collective needs this for some reason right now, so we're doing it. So we've got Pisces and Leo energy coming through. And I feel like for a lot of you, first I want to say I do see a cardinal, so for some of you this is like your father has passed and he is coming through with messages. But I feel like for a lot of you, your father is a lot more like recognizes his faults and where he fell short, or what he could have done differently. There's more of an awareness of like your actual father, not the higher power, sorry. I feel like your father is just more in tune and aware of, even if he doesn't say it, what he could have done to do things differently, I guess. So I feel like with your father, there was a lot of indecision, definitely not connected with spirit. The choices that your father was making was all based on self. I feel like there's like stubborn energy, maybe a little like egotistical, like it's about me kind of thing. You know, quick to make decision, like indecision, but then like quick to make decisions and might have been not for anybody's benefit, but their own. There's a little bit of a depressive energy. So, you know, currently or in the past, your father might have had a little bit of depression. I'm not a therapist. That's just what's coming through. Yeah, let's, okay, anyway, so indecision, some of the indecision that your father had or has might have bled over to you, and, you know, if you're looking for guidance, ask spirit, and hopefully you're doing that now, and your father still can do that, but I feel like, you know, your father isn't so connected to spirit like you are. Give with gratitude and grace. So like being thankful for what has been and what is going to be. Like I feel like you're in that energy, but I feel like with your father, he has always felt like, you know, he wasn't good enough, or that he had the short end of the stick kind of thing. And it's kind of a shame because he, you know, nobody's life is perfect, but, you know, it could have been worse. But, yeah, so there's an avoidance coming through of conflict. And if your father is a Pisces, you know, no offense to Pisces, it's not every Pisces, but a lot of the tendencies that Pisces have is confrontation, avoiding confrontation of any kind, and that's coming through as like a double message for them. Triple with my birds, not wanting any kind of conflict. Okay, like I feel like for your father there was a blending in kind of thing that he did, so he didn't have to deal with any kind of confrontation, or going along with whatever anybody wanted so he could avoid it. There's also chakra energy coming through. There's a lot of chakras out of alignment, which, you know, nothing you can do about that, but it's being recognized and being said for some reason. So if you resonate with that message, you know, you might want to try to get a Reiki session if that's something you want to do. If you feel out of alignment, because it's like double chakra, like with the avoidance. So like, I feel like the higher power, your father's higher power, is saying, you know, the avoidance thing, well, definitely the throat chakra, okay, not speaking up. Or if your father spoke up, it was like, it got to a boiling point, right? And, you know, I feel like it has affected the other chakras because of the not speaking, you know, not grounded, the heart space, hurting, you know, rejection, you know, and then a crown. The crown is being really highlighted, just really, like, there is a connection to spirit. Like, I feel like your father might even have gifts, but he just does not take any acknowledgement to that. So yeah, avoidance again, like I was saying. Ooh, there's feathers coming through too. So if your father's passed, definitely birds are being very highlighted. I feel like with your father too, there's, you know, it's my way or the highway kind of energy. I said stubborn already, but this might have affected you a lot when you were a child. Not feeling like validated, or you know, you yourself being afraid to speak up because, you know, you're like, maybe there's you know, this is bad if you do this, and it, you know, then you just were afraid to do anything, so you kind of just woo, just gonna stay here. But again, like, I feel like if your father has not verbally acknowledged some of these things that have happened, you know, when you were living at home, if you're still living at home, you know, maybe they won't, or if they're past, you know, they're just saying it so you know they were aware. If they haven't verbalized it, they know it. Okay, they do know it. They just, you know, with their throat chakra being blocked, they're not gonna. It's a shame. There's a shame coming through. You know what I mean? They're not gonna say it. So just understand that. They know. They do know, and they acknowledge it internally. So I see a 4-leaf clover. Even though it's not a 4-leaf clover, that might be a sign too. Yeah, so I feel like there's like I was saying, there's indecision with your father with some of the actions he's taken, but then there's also rushing forward and, you know, maybe fumbling up on things, having obstacles in the way because he didn't, you know, he was like, well, we're just going to do this. And then it didn't turn out in his favor. Like a sabotaging kind of energy. If you resonate with that, that's something you're going to want to work on. You know, we don't want to, sometimes we get stuck in our mind and we're like, oh, I don't know which way to go. And if I make this decision, I can't go back here, or whatever the case, the reason why it's stalling you. That's when we look to spirit and ask for help and ask for guidance on how to move forward. So, you know, don't overthink your decisions, but, you know, also don't rush forward and set yourself up to fail. And not fail is a bad word. Set yourself up to be upset because what you wanted to accomplish can't work that way. You got to go a different way. Understand that there's always a way around it. So, yeah, a lot of the decisions that your father had made in the past or even in the present, it was almost like he was setting himself up to be disappointed, and then he'd get upset, and, you know, like a not learning your lesson kind of vibe is what I'm getting here. There's something about your father's eyes too. Might be hazel. They're very very kind eyes. Like, your father's not a bad guy. He just product of his environment, you know what I mean? Yeah, depressive energy. But it's weird because it's like I was saying, my way or the highway. I feel like maybe the depressive moods or the low vibrational stuff might have, you know, projected onto you. And if that's the case, like, if you felt that recently, or if you felt that over time, reclaim back your power, okay? It is your power. Take it back. And set boundaries, okay? That came through on the mother reading, but yeah, it's really important. Follow passion. Passion came up in the mother reading too. Yeah, follow your passions. New beginning. Martyr energy. Yeah, definitely. Self-pity. Yeah, your father's recognizing, and he doesn't see that love is all around him. It's hard for him to see that. So I feel like, though you are a light to your father, even if you don't feel that way, I do feel like he admires your, you know, I feel like the higher self is really coming through to say, like, I admire your tenacity and the fact that you are growing and evolving regardless of what, you know, the circumstances were of when you grew up with this person. Maybe you're still under their roof. I don't know. Hopefully you're old enough to watch this video, but, you know, love and respect. Your father really does love and respect you. So I'm going to leave you with some affirmations. I am talented and intelligent. My possibilities are endless. Yeah, like, he doesn't want you to make the same mistakes he did. And, like, there's a energy of not going after your father, not going after the things that he wanted, like the indecision and going the wrong direction. And he doesn't want you to do the same. So understand that you have the ability to do what you want, and don't look to, you know, anybody else as a mark for what you can create. I am slowing down and opening to the magic of this moment. Okay? No Knight of Swords. No Knight of Swords here. I am stepping into my power and shining my light. Shine bright like a diamond. That just came in my head as soon as I was reading that. Yep, go listen to that song. I am prepared to take advantage of the great opportunities presented to me. Yes. Yes, let it come to you. Don't go searching for it. Yeah, I feel like your father did that a little bit, like tried to make something out of not something that wasn't there. I am enough. I have everything I need within me. Yes. Yes. I love that. What a beautiful end to this reading. And I'm so glad this one was more upbeat than the last one. Hope this helps.